Hello, hello, hello. Let me try that again. It didn't go so well. Hello, hello, hello. That was, come on. Let's be truthful. That was a lot better. So, the story of life is that we are in a timeline. I spoke about this the other day. And it began with the desire of God for you and I to exist. And it culminates, literally, I believe that the Mashiach is about to come. So my dear friends, imagine Moses came to you and Moses said, we are going to be leaving Egypt. We are going to be, it says, just as we left Egypt, so will I show you miracles. What's coming up is beyond belief. I'm going to try to put a link to a book that I have of what's going to happen according to Judaism when the Mashiach, when the Messiah comes. My friends, we're about to see the most miraculous time. I want to give you a little story. Once upon a time, the holy Baal Shem, he was probably one of the greatest saints and masters, gave an example. He says there was a king, and this king was a magician, but people didn't know he was a magician. So he put out in the newspapers one day, I'm making the story a little more modern, guys, get ready, we're going to make a meal for the whole country. Now, imagine, I don't know, you could imagine President Trump coming up with an idea like that. And so even if he put it out in the newspapers, it's going to take some time. You're not going to stop working because, President Trump said that he's going to make a meal for everyone. When you find out, the meal's finally been ready, then you book your flight. But the ministers, the people close to the king, knew that this guy is a magician. They immediately got dressed for the meal because they knew that if the king says there's going to be a meal, he can snap his fingers. You ever saw Harry Potter? The meal arrives. And the same thing is that the king is telling us through his prophet, the Lubavitch Rebbe, every generation has a great leader and as well as a prophet. We've seen many of his prophecies very accurate. He says that Mashiach is about to come. We know according to Jewish sages, things happen. The Iraq War finished, the Gulf War finished on Purim. That's in 3 days. Who knows? Because I believe that once we hit Iran, that's the coming of the Mashiach. My friends, we're about to see the most amazing, miraculous times. What do we have to do now? We have to be ready. We have to be joyous. We have to be happy. We have to be celebrating. We have to be saying thank you. If Moses came to the Jewish people that were slaves and said, guys, we're getting out. So some people are going to be, okay, when it comes, I see it. Other people, they're going to be like, are you kidding? This is going to be everything I'm focused on. So let's focus on this with joy and gladness. Enjoy the Shabbos. Enjoy this Purim. Sing, dance, get ready. And that hastens the coming of the Mashiach. Thank you for watching.